Hello, YouTube. Today I want to talk about tongue. So, I have had a bit of a problem with my tongue. Um, it, it's weird. So, when I had the acrylics in, my tongue felt like it had been scalded all the time. And I don't really know why it did that, but it, um, it just hurt all the time. And when I had the nano ceramic teeth put in, it stopped hurting. So another thing, right after you have your surgery, you use this antibacterial mouthwash, and it turns your tongue brown. Maybe not everybody, but it turned my tongue brown, like a really ugly brown. And that went away. I think it's called like hairy tongue. It was gross. So it turned it brown. But it actually looked like a stain. So it wasn't like embarrassing or anything because it didn't really show. But if I stuck my tongue out, you could see that it was discolored and maybe it looked like I had had some sort of candy in my mouth that was dark. So anyway, recently, like 2 weeks ago, I got brown spots on my tongue, which is also unusual, but it kind of looked like coffee or tea, like after you've drank strong coffee or espresso, you get this kind of brown color tongue. It's not brown now. But so I ended up figuring out what it was. I emailed my dentist, and he's great. I can email him, and he always responds. He'll respond at night. It's weird because most doctors are so standoffish and aloof, and he's like very personal. So when I email him, he emails me back, and I really feel like I probably shouldn't email him and bother him, but I do because I'm kind of lazy like that, I guess. But anyway, so he was like, well, maybe it's, you need to get some biotin or vitamin B complex, and which I do take, and iron, which I do take. So I was kind of eliminating most of the things that can cause it. Well, the one thing, because I'm obsessed with keeping these teeth clean, I believe that what the cause was I was overusing mouthwash with peroxide in it. So I decided to start stopping, like with any allergy, stopping one thing at a time until the symptoms go away. So I stopped using mouthwash altogether, and started using salt water instead. And I actually prefer the salt water because it doesn't leave a strong taste and doesn't burn or anything. And it's got, I guess, some sort of antibacterial properties in it. But it did the trick, and my tongue went back. But one thing I've noticed with this surgery is my tongue is a lot more susceptible to. It doesn't feel like it's scorched now, but it goes through phases like daily almost, or every few days something will be weird about it. And that's been pretty consistent throughout this whole thing since I had my natural teeth taken out of my head. I think people with dentures don't have it because they take their teeth out and clean them. But since I have to clean my teeth in my mouth, I'm probably scrubbing the hell out of them or over cleaning them, not over cleaning them because it's important to keep them clean, but what I mean is my mouth tissues are not used to the strenuous cleaning regimen that I have. So anyway, that's just something to be cognizant of because it does change the I don't know what it would be called, the ecology in your mouth. I don't know, the biology in your mouth, the ecosystem. That's the word I was looking for, ecosystem. It changes the ecosystem in your mouth, and it's going to take me a while to figure out what works for me and what's too strong and what's not strong enough. And, just, I'll just have to work on it. It's nothing I can't live with. But it is something that you have to learn to deal with. And I don't want to get thrush. That's kind of one of my fears, is that I'll get thrush. And because I saw somebody else on the internet said that they got thrush, and they had to put this nasty, like, monostat in their mouth for a while, hold it in their mouth. But I don't want to get a yeast infection in my mouth. So I'm real careful. Like, I'm real careful with what I put in my mouth, and like my hands, like biting. It's real hard to bite your fingernails with these teeth because you can't really feel them. But I try really hard not to put anything in my mouth that might give me thrush. And most children, if you're a mom and you've gone through kids, you know that thrush is like handled, and you put your hands in your mouth and that's how you get it. And people who bite their fingernails, which most people do periodically, bite a cuticle, bite their fingernail, you have to be really careful with these teeth, because they're I don't know, it's something about them. They're not like your natural teeth. I don't think hold. I don't know. Anyway, the ecology, the environment of your mouth is more hospitable to things, I think, with these teeth. Rambling, I know. So anyway, I don't really have much else to say. Everything's going good with these. This is set number 1. And I will go on Wednesday and have set number 2 replaced. Hopefully they're better. The bottoms, the top ones never give me a problem. It's the bottom ones are usually like these. I'm finally, my jaw is finally getting adjusted. The new ones, when he puts those in, it's going to cause my bottom teeth to ache, my bottom jaw to ache a little bit. It's not really achy. It's just kind of a throbby feeling. I can feel like my heartbeat in it, if that makes sense. There's really no pain or anything, discomfort or anything. It's just like I'm aware of it. And it takes a long time to go away. It's like when you traumatize the implants, it takes a while for them to get back to where they're normal. So I want to avoid that. And one of the lessons I've learned is to take chewing gum when you go in, because when you bite down, you can't feel any discomfort. Even if I put my finger and bite on my finger, it doesn't mimic food. So take a stick of gum every time you go to the dentist, and before you leave that office, before you get out of the chair, chew the gum, because the gum will tell you if when you leave and get home and have dinner, you're like, ow, there's something over on this side that's pulling or whatever. So that's really important to test it before you get out of the chair, because you don't want to go back. For me, every time I drive to the dentist, it's like $30. And so that, because of tolls and gas. So I certainly hate going for no reason, like when I could have taken care of it there. I'd rather keep that money. So anyway, that's it. It's December whatever. I don't know. It's December something. December 1st, I think. Yeah. So, and December 11th, I'll be 55 years old. I have to check a new box on most of the age brackets. It's like 55 to 65. So I'm going to move up a box, unfortunately. But anyway, it's a beautiful day. As you can see in my glasses, it's beautiful outside. So have a good day. And again, if you have any questions about this process or anything along the way, if it, because I'm sure I forget to say things, just let me know.